Welcome to the video blog. Last week I didn't do one because we went to a party and I didn't want to be the weird person filming. But start out this weekend, I'm going to try making some French toast. I've got beautiful Miss Madonna's who on video chat. Today we were supposed to go jet skiing, but the weather was kind of on the cold side, so instead I'm making some French toast. I'm going to get the jet ski ready for next weekend. 4th of July weekend, and go from there. So I'm not obviously going to film this while I'm doing it. I'll just show you as I go along. So here's the batter. I put a little too much cinnamon in it, but that's good. Got on there. Got egg, vanilla extract, a little bit of sugar, cinnamon, and milk. I just got on there. Start my day off with at least a good breakfast, and then see what we go from there. Here's my final product, which I'm surprised actually looks pretty good. I threw some powdered sugar on it to make it look fancy. Threw it all over, but dang, hopefully it tastes good. So like I said earlier, I was gonna go jet skiing today, but the weather outside right now is about 76. The wind, obviously you could see it's super windy. The conditions on the lake aren't great, and as always is getting cold, so instead today I'm going to get the jet ski ready because we're going to go out next weekend, which is 4th of July weekend. Hopefully there's a lot of videos that come out, hopefully action-packed, and not everything goes to plan. But I'm going to walk you around my jet ski. As you can see, it is dirty as can be. I have it set up underneath these trees right now just because it's been really raining out here, so because of the rain I've had to put it on bricks, and usually I put it back further in the yard so it actually gets sun and doesn't get all nasty like this. And I'll clean the cover. So I'm going to walk you through some of the things I've done on this jet ski trailer and some things I do, and I've done modifications. So during the week I actually did a modification. I changed these over to LED. So I had traditional lights that I bought at Menards. They kept filling with water. Every time we go out, they'd be getting destroyed. So I found these on Amazon. They were 16 bucks for both sides. They're LED. We're going to see how these work. If we put in the water and this thing's filled up with water and short-circuiting, then we know there's a problem. Other thing that I've done is I added this little leg up in the front. Trailer jack. Before when I got the trailer, didn't have any of that. I added that because it makes it so much easier to have the thing, I have it slightly on an angle so it doesn't fill up with water, and it's worked out great for me, but before, I just never have it. I added a winch, which I have it covered just so it doesn't get full of water. This is a very unnecessary upgrade I did, but I had the winch on the car trailer, so I just took it and I did a really weird mount on it. I essentially just mounted it onto the jet ski like this and then over the top. Usually when this jet ski comes in, you don't need to winch it in. It's got a locking pin right here. You'll see there's the pin, and literally it just pulls straight up into it. You pull it over this little spot and you just lock it in, and it literally just, as long as you got the trailer deep enough, it'll just go right in, no problem. So this is probably unnecessary weight, but if I ever had to, let's say something's going wrong, I couldn't get deep enough in the water, or the case may be, I have it there. So it's kind of a safety thing. Backup. Another upgrade I did is this trailer had absolutely no spare tire. So I made a spare tire mount. So spare tire mounts, they're like $20 and up. This one here was about $2. So I just used, and I'll show you when I go show you the gas can, I just used a like a U-bolt at Menards, and I'll just show you what it looks like. Here is it's a square U-bolt, and there's the SKU number on it and everything in the UPC. And literally just mounts it straight through the existing holes on there. And then on the back side, let's see, can you see it? I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, you can see it through the tire right here. Just across the frame like this, mounts it on the side. It doesn't hit the jet ski when it's in the water. It stays nice and mounted. If I ever have to use a spare tire, whatever the case may be, I can simply unbolt it there and there. And the tire pulls right off, no problems. Knock on wood, I haven't had to actually use it, so thankfully. But those are some of the little upgrades I've done. If you give me another minute, I will show you one more I've done. So the jet ski, because it's a jet ski, it has the battery in it. Naz's family actually got me this one. I used to have another solar panel that I got from Little Harbor Freight back in the day, and it's working, but it wasn't waterproof, so I had to wrap it with plastic and it would always get dirty and it wasn't efficient. But as you can see, it's actually charging. It's just not in the green, so it's not charging fully. But in this little spot where I have literally no sun, throughout the day I get maybe an hour of sun that hits the panel fully, just comes through this cracks perfectly, and it charges the battery. This one's luckily been charging it, even though the right light shows it's red. It actually is providing a trickle charge to the battery. So I've been able to maintain the battery on the jet ski, not have to run a power cord down here or pull the battery out each time for a battery tender. So give me a minute and I will show you my gas can mount. It's not a jerry can, I should have done a jerry can, but I'll show you that. So here is the actual gas can mount I use for the jet ski trailer. Completely homemade. And I'll try to show more of it. But we launch at Williams Bay. And before we go in, we fill up at the gas station, dump the jet ski in the water, but this jet ski gets about 3.5 to 4 hours time on the water before it runs completely out of fuel or you start getting into reserve. And if you want to go longer, you need to get more fuel. Well, the good thing about Williams Bay, where we launch, is there is a gas station within walking distance, so you don't have to pull the jet ski out of the water. And before we were just carrying a gas can, but if you carry this gas can inside the car with you, these fumes will start like knocking you out. So we made this gas can holder, and what it is I'll show you. I have a chain. Obviously, you know, if someone wants to steal I don't keep the gas can full, I keep it empty. I only fill it when it's ready to put gas in there, because someone will steal it, you know, the gas out of it. But I keep it, this is essentially keeping the honest people honest. I mean, if they wanted to, bolt cutters, I can easily cut this chain, pull this out, or I'll show you how this mounts. I could just unbolt this. I mean, it's not hard to steal the gas can, the mount, or the gas, if there was gas in it. It's essentially just keep the honest people honest. So I have a chain, holds it down and into the mount, and then I have it like that with extra loops in here, so I can go have more slack, or like this one I have it perfectly mounted like that, and I can put lock bolts in there. So it kind of is like, you know, when I put the lock bolt on this, it keeps the gas can secure, and it kind of keeps the honest people honest. But again, if you want to take it, you're probably going to end up taking it. And I'll show you how this mounts. I have to remove this. I just kept the bracket. This is the same bracket I use for, again, Menards. You see how easy this is to hold on the spare tire. Same mount, same bracket. And again, here, just so if you want to look it up and make it yourself, so you could see exactly the bracket looks like. I use this to mount the actual bracket to the jet ski trailer. I'm going to mount it right there. And I only do this when I go out to Lake Geneva, because to extend our time. 5 gallons of gas, and you get 2 of these cans. Gas tank on this is only 10 gallons, so you get a full tank with 2 of these. But usually 5 gallons added to the tank, half a tank more, usually adds enough time that we're all like beat and ready to go. So I'll show you how this thing mounts up. I have to remove this bracket first, so I'm going to have to do it off camera, and then I'll show you how this goes on. Here is the basic mount. I'm going to just show you how I did it. So this is a gas can. I actually got this gas can for free from someone. The vent, we're just using a screw to close it. Obviously you just spin it out to get it out. But this is how I made the mount. Essentially took just a bracket. This was actually scrap we had laying around. And we essentially took just like flat stock and bent it around this gas can in the exact shape of the gas can. And I'll try to show you, well, maybe. Try to show you it goes straight in like that. And then when you're ready, see if I can pull it out without, there we go. And just spins in and out. You know, obviously I don't do it with gas in the mount. When you put gas in the mount, if I was going to have it with gas, I'd have to expand this a little bit because gas will bulge out the sides. But when it's empty, it fits right in there. It doesn't wobble or anything. So it doesn't really, I mean, the gas can I got for free. Someone gave it to me. But straight stock, bent it around, and what we did is we just welded it here, the existing mount here, across, and we ground it so it was nice and smooth. Weld it here, the bottom, weld here, and then there was another weld up here at the top for this piece. And then I took a chain across to have that mount. And what we do is I just put it up like there. I could do a bunch of different places, but I mount it like that, and I take the U-bolt straight through, just mount it, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let's see if I can do this, but I'll show you how it mounts up on the actual trailer. I do it right here, so it doesn't get in the way with that. Mounts the spare tire. And I actually am going to put a second spare tire. I'm going to do this method here, but instead of mounting it like I used to before I had that leg, I'd mount a spare tire right up here, just flat on the top. I'm going to do that same concept, but I'm going to put it over top of the axle so that I have an extra spare tire over there. But let me show you how this gas mount goes. So this is how I have it mounted, just straight through, but I have one of these aha moments like, yeah, I screwed up, because it doesn't go here. I realize this is where I used to put it before I put that on, because well, when I kick this guy up, it's going to get in the way of those. So we're going to mount it back over there. So see how it looks over there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some modifications and figure out how to mount this, but I think I can mount it over here in this back rail, and it shouldn't be getting in the way of the jet ski. Obviously, the tire hangs down that far, and I've never had a problem with it smacking the road or anything, so try that. So, discovery is it'll work being mounted here. I have never done it this year because I just did that modification this year, but I need a new U-bracket because you can see I don't have enough threads. Now, I have two choices I can do. I can either buy a new U-bracket, or I can just thread it down a little bit further, which I might go and do and just tap and put the threads down a little bit further. We'll see, but that's essentially how it mounts. I can mount it, you know, further forward, further back, and it actually fits beautiful. It doesn't interfere. So what I'm going to do is either add some extra threads to this. I'm going to go mark it, add extra threads, or go buy a new bracket, which, depending on how much the bracket is, I might just buy a new one. We'll see. But this is why I do test the things before the day of going, because I would have done my regular where I mount it there. That would have been a problem. Well, of course, I could always just, you know, unbolt it. It's 4 bolts. Boom, boom, and it comes right off. But I kind of want to keep everything together as one package. So this is why you do a little test fit. We were going to go out today, and I would have did it last night, but because we realized the weather wasn't going to be good enough today, I didn't do any of the test fitting and stuff, so I did it today, and I spent the day yesterday with Manaz. We didn't really do anything super special. Made dinner, hang out, enjoy the weather. So I'm going to give you a little overview of what I do during the day. I also got this done. I'm going to uncover it, make sure the oil tank's full, make sure I have everything set up in the front hatch. I do this usually the day before. Then I will show you the other project I am planning on working on. Now, you probably can see it in the background, but this is the other project. It's a boat. Full boat. Years past, animals got into this and they destroyed the interior. It's been sitting for a little over 6 years. So the goal is I'm going to try and get it running again. We'll see if it actually amounts to anything. My bets are I probably won't do it because I'll do other projects, but we'll see. But yeah, this is another one. Maybe today I'll get it uncovered, cleared out, make sure there's no animals inside. Right now I have my kayaks up in the top, so we'll see. A little off camera as I have animals getting in here, like I thought. There's their muddy paw prints. You can see they're getting up in that corner. But I've started doing off camera. I started vacuuming, but I found a bunch of ripped up. I think that it must be something that's eating a bird, because I found a dead bird. A bunch of stuff here, but the scariest thing is back here. I'm going to remove the cooler to show you, but there's a bunch of poop back here. I've started vacuuming off the top of the intake manifold. But yeah, I definitely have problems. I picked up a whole bag full of stuff. I'll show you. Well, some of it's trash, but a whole bag full of foam and things. So I've got gloves, screwdriver. I'm going to take out the cooler and find out what I got going on in here, but it ain't looking too good. So I'm going to have to go through electrical, see if this thing starts on fire as soon as I hook a battery up to it. But I know for a fact I got to get this curb off, clean it, stuff like that, get the tank drained. But I'm going to start with just cleaning it out so it's habitable, make sure I don't have any friends hanging out with me inside this boat. So I don't know if this is going to be R-rated, but yep, this is what I found. And of course it's right near a spool of electrical, and I got air pipe, looks like they destroyed back in here. So yeah, we got a mess to clean up. Love it. And it's got a smell too. Someone's been living here, and get that cleaned out and see where I can go from there. But yeah, today's goal is to get this thing cleared out. Let's see if this thing will turn over. Put a bar on there and see if I can crank over. I have to put oil in the cylinders. But yeah, that's what I got. Oh, the mess. Give me a few hours and I'll get this cleared out. Well, today I didn't make the progress I wanted to. I did get it cleared out. The poop was back there. It's all cleaned, scooped out. I still need to do some cleaning. I'm going to pressure wash this out, get rid of the smell. But I did get all the spark plugs out. Every spark plug was pulled. I put trans fluid in each cylinder to make sure that it was easy to crank over. I cranked it over by hand, so it's not seized or anything, which is good. But I put, because it's been sitting, trans fluid in those cylinders to make sure I don't get any issues with the ring sticking. That's all done. Next is cleaning it up, pressure washing it. Carb's got to be cleaned. And then, after that, I got to get all the old fuel, if there is any left in it, out, and then get this baby cleaned up the rest of the way and get it started. So, hope you like my videos, and please subscribe. Thank you.